You have the PA on your team as well, so the Empower's really useful to have too. This is a solid draft from Empire. I like this a lot.
Yeah, I really like this. Gambit's last match against Empire Hope. I think this is why Empire Hope may have gone for the PA, because Gambit ran this PA, and within 12 minutes it had a Battle Fury. Within, I want to say 16 minutes it had a Battle Fury Sanjin Yasha. Within 22, 23 minutes, like it had the Battle Fury Sanjin Yasha into a BKB, halfway done on the an Eye of Skadi as well. So this Phantom Assassin with a Magnus, those times are going to come right down. It was a mid Phantom Assassin, if I'm remembering correctly.
Possibly. I mean, they could put the... I imagine they'll probably put the PA with the Bane in the safe lane here, because they want to give the Mag the mid lane. But again, there's some matchups where the PA can play mid. The good thing about the Empower is as well that you can build slightly more defensively with your items on the PA, because you know you get your sources of damage from the Empower too. So, Queen of Pain. I've been saying a few times, I saw Iceberg play this once and it felt really underwhelming. I really don't like Queen of Pain as a hero at the moment, but yeah, they need something that plays the map to make space for this Luna, because otherwise at the moment they're very reliant on Non-Grata having a good lane and getting a good blink timing. So at least now they have somebody that can play the map with Non-Grata early on. You know, try and find some kills early on. Burst down this PA as much as you can, as early on as you can as well.
Just before we get into the match, Non-Grata, I've never seen that belt before. The belt full of heads. I know we're taking it away from the draft, but that is a creepy belt. That's creepy, man.
It's a little bit weird.
But yeah, the Queen of Pain, I mean, the only change she got, right, if I'm remembering correctly, is that the Sonic Wave now pushes heroes back.
Does it? I don't even remember reading that.
Yeah, it's got a 400... It depends on how close you are to the Sonic Wave, but I think it's like between 150 and a 400 range pushback.
Right, okay.
Let's get the patch notes out. Let's I know
the Magnus Shockwave pulls you in a bit. That's an interesting mechanic.
Yeah, and I think because of the way the move speed was changed, there's a lot more control on the heroes, like slows, actual displacements, stuff like that. So I think the new patch is going to be really fun to enjoy. Yeah, so Sonic Wave now knocks units back 350 units over 1.4 seconds.
I mean, sounds okay. I guess it's like a nice quality of life thing, I guess, where you try and keep the distance away from them, but I don't know how good that is in reality.
Well, I guess you...
Especially against this PA, he's just going to blink strike back on you. No, that's...
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I wonder what build we see from Iceberg this game as well, because, you know, there's some people that go for, like, they used to go for the Veil Yules, and then try and scale into the late game with the AC Mjolnir or something like that, or maybe a Shivas. Or some people, you know, they like to go the Ags early on just for the burst damage on the ult. So when you're playing up against this PA, I think the Ags build might be a possibility for him, but Iceberg as a player is probably want to build something that helps him scale a little bit better.
Yeah. I don't know, because it's all new and shiny, isn't it? And people have been going for like the 5 mantles of intelligence, and you get into, you know, the 5 null tallies and this, that, and the other. Builds are literally all over the place. It is going to be a 4-man smoke into the jungle of the side of Team Empire coming out from Winstrike. And what do they do here? Tusk hasn't skilled anything up just yet.
This is what we were talking about, though. He's going to get the tag team at level 1. And they're just going to try and look for this early smoke, get an early pick-off. But I imagine Empire know this is coming. If they've watched any of Winstrike's games recently, you have to expect this. Something I want to point out as well, Brewmaster's actually laning mid. And they're putting the Magnus in the off lane with the Phoenix.
Okay. Yeah, okay, it's a weird flex, but if they want to do it.
Weird flex. Oh god. Rob's a memer.
Yeah, you've got to adapt to your audience.
Winstrike is just sitting on the high ground here, though. They really want to find somebody with this Tusk. The Empire not falling for it. They know they're getting their own 2 runes in the bot lane, so...
And this is what I've been seeing from TIS, is, I was explaining it in the last series as well, that I don't know whether it's just the CIS region or whether it's game-wide now, that they seem to send the 2 supports into the off lane, and then they just, the 2 supports with the off lane, obviously, and then one of the supports just TPs down, and it's just this trade on runes. So, you know, it's kind of a routine now. You give up your safe lane rune, and you let them get it, and you get yourself 2 runes. So if anyone tried to change that up, any teams try to change that up, I think that's where the real catch-out is going to come. But for now, Winstrike are running this tri-lane top. I don't know if anyone TPs off on the bottom lane. It is going to be just Axe, and PA is moving down there as well for an aggressive tri-lane.
Something I want to point out quickly is that the Bane scouted out the lanes early on, really early. He was behind the Radiant tier 2, seeing who was laning bot. Saw the Axe walk bot, so Magnus walks back to the top lane. Now they really want to put this Bane PA up against the Axe, and with this tri-lane in the top lane, it's so difficult to fight into a Lunar tri-lane at the moment. You know, with the attribute bonuses coming through from the Lunar Blessing.
I think it's really difficult. There's going to be a tag team coming through now as well. Phoenix being slowed down, but the skewer is going to be on AWF. They always want to fly though. Does get the kill onto Sayu, and now the tip comes out onto Sayu, and Smoon is just going to be forced to watch this happen. As Luna, yeah, with those bonus stats, even the skewer back, the tag team comes out. It's a 75% movement slow. Just look how slow Moon's going to be trying to get in and out there as well. It's actually so strong, this Tusk.
It's really, especially in these tri-lanes with Luna. So, you know, you're going to have such massive kill potential up in this top lane. Phoenix, you know, until he gets level 2, he can't really step up at all, because if he gets disrupted, he's basically just dead.
Yeah, and I was going to say, they always want to fly a combination with the Tusk tag team there. That's something that is going to be great this match. It creates the space for the Tusk. He doesn't need to snowball in, doesn't need to ice shards. You just wait for that disruption to come out, and you've got a free path then to a kill.
Yeah, definitely. I love what Bane's doing down here in the bot lane as well. He's just chasing this Axe around. Do as much damage as he can early on before Axe gets some levels up.
Blink in by the PA as well as the brain sap. This could be a kill on Non-Grata. He's going to drop the Battle Hunger onto Archangel, but it looks like Non-Grata is going to be able to get himself away. A dagger comes through. Dream will pick up that kill. Meanwhile, back on the top lane, Magnus will go down. Always want to fly, picking himself up a second kill. So looking at that carry Shadow Demon as of yet. Not securing the kills for Silent, just giving them always over to, or just, you know, whoever picks them up, and everybody benefits from that bonus.
I think they're quite happy to just leave this Axe down here as well. It doesn't really matter if he dies a couple of times. You know, he's going to be pressuring the PA pretty well. Bane can't really stop this Axe, you know, massively when he gets these more points up in spin and in call. So he can always get back to the jungle and catch up as well on Non-Grata if he needs to. All about making sure this Luna farms and has a good start up here.
Kodos and Snowballs are going to be coming in onto him. Quinnipine's down here as well. Tag team's going to go off. The clap is going to be used. The right clicks now on Iceberg. He's getting pretty low. It might actually be turning around this now, Brewmaster. Well, it's still the right clicks from a DD Tusk, and Iceberg will clean that up with a Shadow Strike.
They're very close though. Iceberg's run out of regen here, so I have to bring out another kind of salve here or something before the Brewmaster comes back
might go down again. There's one more dagger coming up in a second. It flies out. Oh, Kodos is actually going to get the kill onto Yamich, but Non-Grata still being chased down. Brainsap can come out. Going to be blink forward. Dream is going to be able to blink. Just get that kill.
Just be a little bit careful here on Non-Grata. Maybe just go and farm the small camp or something. Try not to give away too much to this PA. Yeah, Yamich actually tried to deny to the tier 2 mid after that play, and he didn't leave it long enough, so the Brewmaster got the gold, and because he got the kill, I think he gets the XP as well. I'm not sure, because I think he had respawned by then.
Okay. Does he not still need to be an XP range, or is that...
I'm not sure.
That's one of those that I don't think anyone's really sure about, you know. Because it did get reworked, you know, specifically for Invoker getting those Sunstrike kills, so... Yeah, maybe he doesn't, maybe he just needs to get the credit for the kill. I'm sure chat will let us know.
Chat don't mind if we ever get anything wrong with it. They're always very considerate.
Yep, top lane, it looks like there's going to be another kill onto Moon. The tag team comes out, the Lucent Beam being thrown out as well, and now Sayu being left alone. Does have that Icarus dive though if he needs to get himself away. Tag team, it's 15 seconds. I didn't realise it came up so quickly now as well. Always want to fly. Caught in the dire trees. How does he get himself out of this? Moon, well, as Phoenix might just ignore him here.
Bot lane as well, Axe.
Are they going to be able to get it? He TPs himself down. There's going to be the call as well. PA isn't going to die for this now. Non-Grata will survive through this. Yeah, always want to fly, being a great dissuader for the dive, even though he had no mana left.
Does mean this tri-lane top though is no longer with us, so I'll be able to try and abuse this up here with the Magnus and the Phoenix.
Yeah, it's actually going to be the Empower onto Sayu now as well. Lucent Beam does come out. It's actually going to be the Ice Shards as well as the tag team. Magnus, what's he going to try and do here? Luna's going to get the Icarus dive, or Icarus dove as Yamich with the BM tips. Silent. Not a lot of health left. The Lucent Beam does come out. Iceberg takes down Black Archangel on the bottom lane. The Shockwave though, it's not going to be in range. It looks like PA needs to be careful underneath this tier 1 tower. Quinnipiane picking up a kill onto that Bane.
Luna did have one charge as top lane anyway, so she was never really in too much trouble. Just goes back to the shrine now, showers up. Back to the lane in a second. She went for the 1-1-2 build, by the way, so I'm interested to see whether she puts some more points in glaives now just to farm up. I think this is what Silent did before. We'll have to see.
Yeah, and like I say, everyone has the preference now over the way the Lunas run. Actually going to be the power treads. I guess with the way the change to phase makes the bottom lane, are they going to be able to chase this one out? Non-Grata being chased down, Dream slowed down by the battle hunger, but he wants to go for this. He's got a dagger, he's got to dive in a couple of seconds. Non-Grata juking, weaving and moving himself through these trees, will be able to survive through that. And PA, it's just a little bit of lost time there, but with being able to farm this creep wave and the denies, given gold now, it's not going to be too costful. And they get the dive on this Silent. I think he just gets himself back, throws out a Lucent Beam. Always want to fly, going to be coming in as well now. Just look at the right click damage going out from Silent onto Sayu. That's a whole load of damage.
Can they get the disruption on the Phoenix? Always want to fly, just gives up.
He's out, but meanwhile in the river there's going to be a snowball. Yamich getting pretty low now as well. Kodus maybe goes for this kill. There's going to be a DD up to Black Archangel, and Yamich being chased down. He gets out with 8 health. Oh, your word.
Oh god, triggered. This game's an absolute bloodbath already. The 8 kills in 6 minutes. I mean, Patches felt first like pretty slow in general for the first few minutes of the game, and then it ramps up really quickly. But this game, they just want to fight all the time at the moment. It feels like Tusk's just constantly looking for kills.
Nightmare's going to be coming out. The DD's still there. The dive in. Non-Grata does get that call off for the extra armor, but it looks like Dream. Well, Archangel picks up that kill. Dream with the assist and a little bit of extra gold there for the PA. And it's slows down the Axe.
This lane's so hard for the Axe now. He's died 3 times. You know, the PA has level 6, so with the crits coming through, you gotta respect that damage.
Yeah, and does he just go to the jungle here? Because he's got boots and a stout shield, and that's all he's got.
Yeah, I think he has to. I don't think he can go back to that lane anymore. It's too difficult. It's not even like...
top tier 1 tower. There's going to be ice shots flying through. Luna might still get this. The disruption comes through as well. Yamich's taking a lot. There's going to be the dive from the PA now as well. This will be the kill going towards the PA, but it's going to be a trade. Silent gets Moon and Dream takes down Yamich. So an offlaner effectively for a support on Dream. Is he going to just try and harass Silent out here? He does have 1 point into the blur, 1 point into the coup de grace. So it could be that he maybe dives Silent that doesn't have the Eclipse just yet.
Sax is like, I'm fed up of bot lane, I'm gonna come and gank top instead. Didn't have enough of this PA in the bot lane, so I'm gonna go and try and get my revenge up here.
Yep, the Quern Blade, that was actually broken by the PA, so there's a root behind now as well. Sayu waiting, he's got 2 points into the Fire Spirits, 2 points into the dive. The dive will be coming up. There's going to be the disruption now as well. It looks like Axe wants to get underneath the tier 1 tower with the call, but he's already going to get the blink away to the Phoenix, and now...
the split.
Do they try and turn this one around? The Bruce split is going to be coming in, I hear it. And the Pandas fly through the Ice Shard there as well, but Axe, it looks like this may be the 4th death in 8 minutes for the Axe. Non-Grata tucked inside this snowball. Are they going to be able to wait this split out? No, always want to fly now as well. It does come out, it's going to be able to get a 2-man, but he dives to that battle call now as well. And Dream, the chase is on Yamich. He does have the tag team up in a couple of seconds, but it looks like the blinking by Iceberg. Sonic Wave comes through, Dream lives through it, and the push. Ice Shard's not going to be enough. That salve doing just enough to keep Dream alive. He's hidden in these trees. Is he going to be able to get himself away from this? Yamich diving, there's 4 heroes around him now. He's going to be slowed down by the Fire Spirits as well. Tusk, is he going to be able to get himself out? Iceberg coming in to try and back him up, but that Sonic Wave is down. Screaming Pain coming out. It's just going to be onto the creeps now, it looks like as well. Silent back into the lane. Chase is on Kodus. Yamich, clap comes out. You get the kill onto the Tusk.
Actually, there was an insane play by the PA there. When he was walking back and using the salve, he changed to Agi Treads, and then just before the Sonic Wave came out, he changed to Strength Treads, which just kept him alive. It's the small things in Dota, and that's definitely a full-on, you know, put your hands up in the air and say, you know, congratulations to that man kind of play.
Yeah, and now Non-Grata, bottom lane, he was looking for a little farm, but it's going to be Magnus, so he couldn't get the RP off because the call came out just in time, but Dream wants to chase into the trees. Non-Grata, the skewer comes through now as well. Snowball, is it going to be enough to dissuade? It looks like Non-Grata might get himself out alive, with PA not knowing what else is TPing in. The Empower on the PA and the coup de grace, well, it's not going to be enough to take down the Axe.
It's about to spawn top as well. The Shadow Demon and the Brewmaster staring each other down.
Yeah, but with this banishment from the Shadow Demon, it's always going to be in the Shadow Demon's favour, I think.
The Brew just taunts off as well. What a player.
Sayu level 5, getting close to that level 6. It's not the fastest level 6 in the world, but once that comes out, the splits there, the RP's there as well. Do you think Empire just start to look for fights then?
I mean, possibly. They really need this level 6 on the Phoenix. They need the Brewmaster to have his split up again. It is up in 10 seconds, but again, they need to try and get some big kills with their ults here. They almost have the Fiend's Grip as well, so I think that's going to be their key time when all their heroes get level 6. Phoenix just eats the time, so he's almost level 7 now, actually. Again, this Luna's been pretty much unpunished so far in the laning stage, and with the skill build that she went for, she's gone for this 1-2-4 build. It's looking for that 1-4-4 that we mentioned, so someone has to try and come around here, get some deep vision and punish Silent before he, starts farming like a madman.
So what you're saying is just water jungle?
I mean, it sounds so easy, doesn't it? But,
yeah.
With the Always Wanna Fly is going to be coming around with these disruptions as well, shoving lanes in with the lunar illusions. So,
God, what patch was that? It was 6. It was just before the Monkey King patch, right? That Lunar Shadow Demon was the top dog combination that everybody ran, and if you didn't run that, well, it was pretty much lights out because games went 60-70 minutes, and Luna was just farmed to the high heavens or illusions as well with the bouncing glaives. So, just don't turn to that, Dota. But
I mean, it was so funny because everyone used to first pick Shadow Demon, and then the other team would be like, "Oh, we kind of have to pick Luna now to make sure they don't get Shadow Demon Luna." But then he can still make illusions of our Luna, so it's all a bit awkward, really.
Yeah, he was a bit of a kingmaker in those matches. And then we got Monkey King, and illusion damage was like completely out of the game. It was Ice Rock didn't want it anymore. Axe though, he's going to be nightmared up. Is there any follow-up from this? It looks like Archangel had the Fiend's Grip, but nobody there to back him up, so Non-Grata will get out with his life. A couple of scary thoughts to send him on his way though. Silent, the right clicks onto Kodos.
Yeah, all these Winstrike heroes coming top though. Trying to make space for this Axe.
Not for the Eclipse, the TV's going to be coming in from the Bane now as well, so they do have the Lucent Beam. Sonic Wave comes through, and Kodos will be killed off. Iceberg rupturing the eardrums of the Brewmaster, and Silent will just continue to farm up, even takes a tier 1 tower there as well.
So much burst damage between the Soul Catcher from the Shadow Demon and the Sonic Wave. Scream of Pain. Nobody surviving that on the dire side at the moment. The PA's starting to...
Poor boy, and the dagger's flying in. What does he do to try and get himself back? I think he's got the Vanguard coming out on the courier. Let's quickly flash that. No.
Oh, no. I mean, this is something that Blizzy does. When he has a bad laning stage, the Na'Vi offlaner, he always just rushes the Blink instead. Gets the Ring of Health first just for some casual regen, but...
Yeah.
He said just make sure... The thing is, if he goes Vanguard first, his Blink probably isn't coming out until about 18-19 minutes or so. And that's just too late. You really want to fight with that Blink Blade Mail as early as you can up against the PA. He's not had the best of games so far though, but he did get sacked in the lane, so...
Yeah, he... And I think this is the first tri-lane that I've seen in a long time, especially an aggro tri-lane as well, but both teams wanted to run it, and as an Axe, it is horrible to face up against. I've faced up a few of them in my time. And you do want to die. Oh, it's going to be a 3-man RP. Is there going to be a drag back as well? He's looking for the Fiend's Grip.
Snowball!
And it's just going to be the Snowball into the banishment though. And now the right click's coming up. Moon's going to be able to get himself away from this. He looks like he might be able to take down the Shadow Demon. The Blink as well. PA wants this kill onto the Toast. They do take down the Shadow Demon. And now the Phoenix dives in as well. Yamich will be killed off. Split RP used for that. 2 supports going down, and it's going to be a tier 1 tower as well. So maybe not the greatest cost, but I'm definitely going to say worth though.
Yeah, great snowball there by the Tusk just to make sure Iceberg stays alive there on the Queen of Pain. At least it's only your 2 supports that go down. They commit the grip, they commit the RP, so maybe look to try and take a fight now or Winstrike, but...
Oh, Iceberg, don't walk into that, mate. I know you've got your heroes behind you, but don't go face.
He's pretty tanky though on Iceberg, almost 1500 HP, so...
Yeah, it was just the way that he came around the corner of the trees, walked straight into the Phoenix, and it's like, well, give your team a second to catch up, will you?
This Luna just walks back down mid, takes the tower in return though, so... This Luna's pretty strong.
It's Brew in the bottom lane. Non-Grata, can he get in range for the call? He's going to be able to gather if you want to go for it. There's no split now as well. Sonic Wave does fly through. Is there going to be enough damage with the Bane TPing in? It looks like the rest of the team, the Snowball's going to be coming through. Shadow Demon's going to be coming up the rain now as well. Tusk Walrus Punch into the air. Archangel going to be doing what he can with the brain tap, but slowed down by the tag team, and now Phoenix comes in as well. It looks like this may be a 0-0 trade. No! Queen of Pain with the scream. Blinks in, gets the kill, and now Iceberg Sayu's actually trying to keep... Is he just trying to get through the trees? It looks like the Lucid Leaf's going to fly in. Another Stream of Pain. And Iceberg gets himself a double. This tier 1 tower in the bot lane will pretty much be put under pressure now as well and will fall.
I think if Sayu had actually gone to the right-hand side with that Sun Ray, have you ever seen this where, the Phoenixes go off the map and whatnot? I think if he'd have gone to the right, he might have survived there, but...
Yeah, I think he was still being slowed down though as well, because he was barely moving even with that Sun Ray going. I didn't have an Icarus stack to get himself away. So it was just... The bird was put out, and there was nothing you could do about it, really, I don't think.
You gotta just fly off the map. Hey, goodbye to the haters,
Nongrata, Spidey sense is going off. He's a little... Well, he's got the gold now for it, his Blink Dagger. But there was a Magnus and a PA rotating up, so he just says, you know what, this hero's missing. I don't want to die for a 5th time. So close to the Blink Dagger. Just moves himself behind the tier 2. I'm going to be going into the jungle with that Blink Dagger purchased. But there is a ward. And is there going to be a rotation through? He is on the high ground.
On the map,
close.
This drawing.
I think it's arrows, like go this way, coming out from...
Can you not just say that in communications, though? This is you've got some artistic flair going on at the same time, though.
You don't get... Yeah, it's for our benefit. You don't get the viewer experience, then, if you're, like...
That's true.
Saying it in chat. Like, it's like a proper American football thing, isn't it? They've got the squiggles on the map, they've got where they want each player to go, the runs where they want to try and head through as well, as it looks like there's going to be a smoke coming out here from the side of the Empire. They are walking up to a high ground, though. Ward won't
just waiting for anybody. They really don't want the Queen of Pain to be the one they've run into first, because they have so much save potential on this Radiant side. They've got the disruption, they've got the snowball, so finding the right initiation here for Dire is very difficult.
Well, Yamich smokes break, he throws out those ice shards, doesn't spot anyone off Iceberg in the mid lane, though the blink forward, they're going to be able to drag back the PA. PA, what's he going to be able to do? The snowball rolls in now as well, but he just blinks himself away. The Lucid Beam comes down as well as the Sonic Wave takes down Moon, so there's not going to be an RP this fight, no buyback for him as well. It looks like there's going to be the Icarus Egg coming through, and Yamich now as well, it looks like they might just settle. No, the blink away from Nongrata, he was used up. No, he was cycloned up? I guess, and the cyclone just wasn't cancelled, yeah. And now the blink forward, Iceberg wants to go for this as well. Fiend's Grip is going to be there, yeah. Sunray going to be coming through for the disruption now as well. Archangel going to be another call onto the Brewmaster. The Colin Blade flies through now as well. And Bane with the Nightmare, but he is going to be having a nightmare. He's killed by Always Wanna Fly.
Fantastic fight by the Radiant.
Tip. Yeah.
As soon as that Phoenix Supernova comes up, they all just back off. The Supernova ends, the split finishes, and all of a sudden they snap their fingers and say, okay, we're going to turn this. We're going to go back in. The disruption save on the Fiend script, there was no real hope there for Empire.
And I'm surprised Nongrata got out alive. I guess the Cyclone wasn't purged, and there was just not enough time to do damage to him. I thought Cyclone did damage.
Nope, Cyclone doesn't do any damage, so if you've got a blink, it's relatively easy to escape as long as you have quick cast on your blink. Yeah. Bam that button. Yeah, the normal Yules does 50 damage, but the Brewmaster one doesn't.
That's what I was thinking of. I knew Yules did damage. I thought Cyclone, I guess there was just always been damage after it that stopped blinks and TPs. But
quick tip though, if you have a range drop and you're playing against the Yule Scepter, when you come back down, the range drop takes the damage and you can still blink away.
Brought to you by Mo Farah. Stay tuned for more Mo Farah moments.
Hashtag learning with Mo Farah.
So, the net worth, it's 12-9. There's no real big difference in net worth. Do you think both teams now...
This Axe is the one that's really suffering. We've talked about it already. He finds the Phoenix here, but...
Yeah, it's going to be the silence as well. The RP comes out, Iceberg was baited in and killed off, and now Nongrata needs to run himself away, trying to break vision in the Roshan pit, but he's going to be skewered back now as well. Gets the Berserker's call off. Any TPs, no TPs, so Always Wanna Fly. Drops the disruption and says, you know what, mate, you are on your own. But there's a Nightmare coming up, and it's going to be the Axe dropping. Sayu takes that kill, and now Always Wanna Fly. It's going to be Kodos. Picks up 3 for 0 on the side of Empire. So I was just talking about the kills. Caster's Curse, 12-12, and now this opens up Roshan.
What did you say about Iceberg at the start of the game? Can you just reiterate that?
Win lanes, lose games.
That was a little bit too aggressive there from Iceberg, especially without vision behind that Phoenix there. I'm not really sure about that one, and especially like you say, with the Dire easily being able to take this Roche with the PA. It's not the play you want to make, Iceberg. They see this task as well.
Yeah, he's in no man's land. He's going to try and go for the snowball right on the enemy shrine. What are you doing, Tusk? What are you doing? Iceberg's going to blink in though. It gets the Sonic Wave back, the pushback as well. The Fiend's Grip though, it doesn't stun, so the Fiend's Grip still channels now. Lucent Beam comes out onto the PA, but PA still wants to chase down. Cyclone comes up into the air, and Luna, unfortunately, it's going to be a big call. How's he going to be able to turn this one around? It looks like Moon doesn't have the RP. He's going to try and skew it through, but the BKB comes out from Silent now as well. And now the Eclipse comes
back,
through
though.
as well. It's bouncing through. Treating the right clicks from Silent. Is it going to be off Kodos? Icarus, Phoenix is going to be dropping the egg, so that area is unfightable for the side of Winstrike. The dive comes through now as well from Sayu. It looks like Winstrike just wanted to get themselves away. Buyback there from the Magnus, and
Silent.
RP in 25. Silent being slowed down, throws out the Lucent Beam. Sayu's still going to be coming in. It looks like Iceberg able to blink away from the PA. If anyone hero can do it, it's going to be Iceberg, and now non grata. Is there going to be a call? Going to be a snowball in the pit, maybe with a walrus punch up in the air as well. Kodos comes in, and the axe is dead. Yamich may soon follow. Skewer being teased, channeled, but not actually thrown out just yet. Iceberg, the chase is on. They're going to try and get all these heroes now, taking down the Tusk, but the Iceberg is going to be able to blink himself away.
How is Silent still alive on this Luna?
Because Luna is a goddamn baller of a hero.
Especially with that movement speed talent now as well. Decent fight though by Dire. I think buyback, but again, axe brought back in return, so not a massive difference, but it did manage to kill off the Aegis at least. So Luna had to pop the BKB. Dire can't group up and try and play around this Aegis now and take all the outer towers on the map. So yeah, okay for Winstrike, I think.
Yeah, and that was another thing that Lizard said, that if you're going to lose or draw a fight, do it on the enemy side of the map, because they have no push potential coming out after that. It takes so long to get, and the respawn time of being what they are, this mid-game, that it takes so long to get to the enemy side of the map that you benefit more from losing on the enemy side of the map than taking an equal fight on your side of the map.
Definitely. Wise words from the Lizard man. I mean, you're going to see the Luna and the SD try and do that though, to play aggressively on the other half of the map at some point this game. And the BKB, the 10-second BKB charge did come out from the Luna though, so it's pretty important this game. Stops the PA from being able to blink to you and whatnot. No, the Phantom Strike goes through BKB, doesn't it? Sorry.
Yeah. I think that was changed, not last patch, but it was a change that came out recently, because I'm pretty sure it never used to.
It's actually an awful BKB game. They have RP, they have Egg, they have Fiend's Grip. PA can just jump on you anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the BKB.
I mean, I guess it purges off the Fire Spirit slow and the attack speed slow there as well. Nightmare, as well as the Brain Sap. There's little things that it helps with as well, I think, that add up to a lot in these team fights just because of the way that Empire have built this team. Like I say, the Magnus, Shockwave, Skewer, as well as the Phoenix, it's pretty big.
You not just want to go Manta though, and like that can dispel it. You can tank up a little bit as well, have more illusions to try and push out lanes as well. I don't know. BKB just feels very like a guide kind of build, and he has to follow the guide.
Maybe. I mean, I guess with the Manta style, it's you've got always want to fly, so it's the same as PA in the Empire, right? You don't really need the Battle Fury right off. He's actually gone for the Skadi into the Manta style himself there. Phantom Assassin, and it's kind of the same with the Luna. I think that the Manta will come out at some point, but always want to fly is a good substitute before it does.
It's okay. I don't think you want to go Battle Fury on PA this game, by the way. You've got the Mag Cleave.
No, I mean just like in general, it's one of those things that, it's a benefit, it's a side benefit, it's a substitute for that.
I suppose.
And it looks like they want to trade tier 2 towers, which...
I don't think Dire are going to stop here, though. They really want to force rotations back to the base. They don't really want to actually push this, but just force the Radiant back.
Yeah, tier 3 tower, PA is going at it. It's down to below half its health, and it's just the PA sieging this one down. Ice Shards are there, but PA doesn't care. Now the banish comes through. What is he going to be able to do? Just one Shadow Poison tick. Green just moves himself off, slowed down, and then uses the blur to go in this, gets himself away. Tier 2 tower on the top lane, 35 health, and the creeps aren't going to push into it. There's no siege creep to take it down either.
They're going for the fake back here, I think, on Empire. But you talked about trying to take fights on the other side of the map. There you go.
Yeah, they Got it down. They've got all the ultimates up. Hodos just blinks himself in. Goes for the primal split. This tier 3 tower will fall. The Cyclone up into the air now as well. Do they go for the racks? With the split committed, do you think they go for the racks, or is this just say they want to take the tier 3 tower and get out?
You just want to get the tier 3 tower. Try and go back and get the racks now, I imagine. Sorry, not the racks, the shrines, but actually just ignoring them and just heading back. Are you denying this top tower as well on the Phoenix?
Well, that's pretty big. I know it's... Well, it's like 1,000 gold you deny from the enemy team when you deny a tower, though. So yeah, that's pretty big.
Lurking behind, though. He understands Iceberg's coming up.
Yeah.
So, just hangs back.
He's got that Yule Scepter as well. So if the Orchid does come out, you know, he can Yules himself up and be maybe not super fine, but healthy. Dream. Walking up into 3-4 Heroes Dream. The Berserker's Call comes out. The Eclipse, but the Nightmare though saves him from a couple of ticks of damage, and now he is going to be able to go, and there's going to be a big RP. PA is going to try and buy back.
There's some damage though.
Comes through this push, and now with another Berserker's Call as well, it looks like Moon. These bouncing blades, they are absolutely wrecking the side of Empire. Phoenix, his egg does burst. Was he going to be able to do the buybacks come through from the side of Shadow Demon as well as Tusk? Silent tries to get himself out, so use that BKB as well as the Manta Star, and PA comes back in, and he's got no buyback on the Luna. So, well, you do buy back onto 2-3 heroes on the side of Empire, but you bait out 2-3 buybacks on the side of Winstrike, and you take down the Luna, no buyback. 4 heroes died on Winstrike, 3 on Empire. That's a trade.
I mean, that was the perfect scenario for Winstrike, where they managed to catch the PA alone at the start of the fight. You know, you really want to pick him off because he's the main source of damage on this Empire side, so that RP came out, but it looked like they didn't really have enough damage at first, and then all of a sudden, like you said, the egg explodes. You know, this Brewmaster start critting people around. They've got 2 PAs on the same team, so I'll be wary of that Brewmaster's damage. Looking for the second Roche here. I'm surprised they're not trying to force the Luna buyback, but just a little bit scared.
But yeah, they don't know that the Luna doesn't have buyback. They could have potentially pushed in, maybe even put a little bit of pressure onto the range racks, but...
Have to be very careful though, because if you take a bad fight on their side of the, you know, the Radiant base, your PA doesn't have buyback, so if he dies again, you know, Luna's just going to run back down the mid lane, kill all your buildings, kill the racks, so...
True.
To play a little bit safe, especially with this Roche spawning as well, very soon.
Yeah, 30 seconds before Roche could respawn, whether he will or not. You know, it could be that maximum. What is it? 3 minutes?
Yeah, it's up to 3 minutes. Somewhere between 8 and 11.
So Luna doesn't actually have the gold, just opting to buy out instead of keeping that buyback. Does have the Manta Star now as well, which we saw come out in that last fight. Didn't save her life, but was used. Do you think you're going to go for the butterfly now? Silent's going to go for the butterfly. Do you think there's going to be a Satanic after that?
On the Luna, yeah, I'd imagine so. You might even go for Skadi as well, just for the raw stats. They're really good when you have the Shadow Demon on your team as well. You want to make these illusions as tanky as possible. So.
Yeah.
Ooh! The Dire actually put their courier in the pit to see when the Roche spawns, and Axe just blinks in and kills it instantly with the Culling Blade.
Why not? And now Roche is alive. In fact, Shadow Demon angers him. He comes out the pit, swipes it, always want to fly a couple times. Got a poison, going to be stacking up now on Roshan.
Might need to get over to this pit right now, because this Roche is going to fall quickly, especially with the DD on the Queen of Pain.
Magnus is trying to split push bot. They're not in a position, they do still have the shrine that you can TP to on the top, but they're not in a position to contest this just yet. And Roshan, it's going to go down. It's going to go the way of Winstrike here. They're going to be able to claim this Roshan.
And maybe just being a little bit careful here, because they don't have any vision around the pit, and if you take a bad fight around the Roche pit there, you don't have vision. Like we said, the PA doesn't have buybacks, so gotta be very careful.
Yeah, and
but all it takes is one good blink call.
Moon did back himself away from this tier 3 tower. I guess, like you say, there was heroes missing all over the map. Moon didn't want to commit, finds himself being killed off as he goes for this pushing on the racks. But now they're not worth about it. Coming right back down. PA got the Skadi, going towards the BKB now himself. But yeah, the second life is Iceberg. I think it was Iceberg that picked up the Aegis. It was Iceberg. And I think Cheese is Luna. Yeah.
I'm surprised, because I thought they would want to give him the Aegis to Luna, but and it means Iceberg can play a lot more aggressive now. You know, he has this Orchid Hex as well, so he can just blink into the backlines.
Yeah.
Control these tanky heroes like the Brewmaster and the Magnus before they get their ults off.
Well, Speaking of ults, there's two heroes stacking up. It's going to be illusions, though. It's actually splits. Yeah, Moon.
Oh, Magnus.
The call comes off. It was a bait-in. Tag team's going to be there as well. The snowball, the shadow poison, Lucent Beam. And Magnus tries to get himself out. But the skewer not going to be in time. Grata does get the culling blade. And the kill.
Yeah, Magnus blinking in there to take the rune. I'm not sure you can make that play when you don't see what's happening on the other side. Perfect chain stun as well by Winstrike there too. The call into the snowball, into the punch.
Phoenix TP's himself out. Do you think the Queen of Pain here, she's got the Orchid, right? I'm assuming at some point it might be a Bloodthorn to try and deal with the PA, but the PA will have the BKB. Is it Iceberg that goes for the null tally?
Null tally?
The item canceller. Why can't I remember the name of this item?
Lincoln's?
The nullifier.
Or nullifier. So yeah, I mean, he's probably going to want to build up to that Doom kind of build eventually. I think he's more likely to go for a nullifier before the Bloodthorn, but he needs some kind of armor right next. Yeah, I was going to say, he queues up the Shivas. When you're playing against this, high physical damage from the Magnus PA, you really need some armor on the Queen of Pain. So he picks up that value plate mail. Really nice item here. Possibly go for an AC as well, but I think the Shivas is definitely more valuable. Allows him to split push lanes a lot quicker as well. Gives vision in trees.
Well, both teams just grouping up, just trying to play it safe. These illusions coming out from the Luna as well as the Shadow Demon, just pushing in the bottom lane. And I guess, yeah, you want to try and stabilise the spot lane because you've lost the tier 3 tower. The racks are open for business now. And they're looking for a trade. Who goes faster here, the PA or the Luna on this? Because it
Shadow Demon Luna. Look at the illusions, dude.
Yeah, that is true. They just play through the creep wave, and it looks like, well, the TPs from Empire, they might be forced back here. There's still 4 heroes, though, hanging around the Radiant jungle.
Just making more illusions, though.
Yeah.
Send them in.
Send in the clones as...
Tusk body blocking them as much as he can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you want to be doing that. You know, can't let them have a free ride. And now the smoke comes out. Iceberg in the Radiant jungle. Dream, Iceberg, the blink forward, but the blur, it's going to be cancelled off now as he gets close, but the dive away. Horus punch up into the Hex is going to be coming through now as well. Berserker's caught with the blade mail, but he's hexed up, so the damage is going to be cancelled. It looks like the Fiend's grip, it's going to be an RP now as well, with the Egg Lucent Beam as well as the Eclipse comes out. There's going to be the Aegis PM pops, but it's already Shadow Demon down as well. So it's going to be a 1-for-0 so far, and an Aegis. And the Nightmare now as well. This could be another trade for the Snowball. Iceberg in the trees is going to be a call. Dream takes down the Axe. So the Berserker's Call armor not protecting the Sonic Wave, pushes Moon away. But again, it's
Iceberg?
Yeah.
He's not respecting this damage coming out from the PA. It looked really good at first because they managed to hex up the PA and whatnot, but all of a sudden the cavalry comes in, the Fiend's Grip comes out that they have to deal with. The Magnus comes in, threatening the RP as well, so... They just don't have the burst at the moment on the Radiant side when the BKBs get popped by the PA, and Brewmaster has one as well now. This Eclipse just isn't doing anything, and whenever the PA blinks on top of this Luna, she has to just run away. Can't fight a PA in a 1-versus-1 situation.
Well, she did have the cheese as well, couldn't get that off.
All it takes is a double crit though and you're dead. You saw it on the Axe there at the end of the fight. PA blinks on top of him, double crits him, and Axe goes from 100 to 0 in the snap of a finger, so...
Yeah, and with this Empower as well, that PA just takes on creep waves in 2 hits.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, this hero is now back on my watch list. And by watch
definitely
list,
one of the stronger carries this patch, I think.
So,
Look what she does at the moment as well. This is the bit that makes it so good in High and the Mar pubs now. You can have this active on the blur, which basically just gives you a free smoke across the map, and you can farm jungle camps where they can't attack you back. So your early game on PA, you just farm ancient camps, and they can't do anything.
Boy. Yeah, she's attacking a shrine. She's still not seen on the map. The shrine looks like, for all intents and purposes, is killing itself.
Bottom shrine has fallen.
It's horrendous to play against, honestly. If you haven't played a pub against it yet, you're one of the lucky ones.
Against it, I'm going to pick it every match.
Picks up the MKB now as well, so the Lunar Invasion not going to be doing anything anymore.
That butterfly is, well, he gets move speed off it, the attack as well, but Phantom Assassin, it's just, and it's extra damage stacking up. 10 attack speed, 52 damage, on top of the crits that you're already getting.
I honestly think this Luna needs to go for an MKB before this Satanic though as well.
Yeah.
If she's not hitting this PA, then I don't know who's killing him. This PA's just going to rip through you completely. He has the MKB already. Okay. I didn't see that coming on the courier. Good choice.
Yeah. And Satanic, what's that, 4,400 out to about, well, it's got to be down to the net worth as well, right?
I think you want to make sure you have buyback here in this situation. Now you have the MKB though.
Yeah, and she's 1,400 off buyback. That is, she, you know, it's not on cooldown or anything. That is big that you are buying up for an MKB. You are so confident, I guess, in this MKB to take the fights, but if you get killed off here, your team is at a really big disadvantage. The Hex comes out. There's going to be a Sheep's Guard now as well. But what are they going to be able to do? There's going to be the drag back on the Fiend's Grip now as well. The Icarus dive into the X. Sonic Wave flies through. Dream going to be pushed back, but they're already going to be able to take down Yamich in that split.
Right, got stunned on the axe.
It's going to fight back. You do take down Black Angel, and now the chase is on now as well. Iceberg trying to get himself forward. There's going to be the Lucent Beam. Kodos trying to get himself into the split, but with that snowball, it cancels it off, and now Kodos is going to be dead. The chase is on for Sayu now as well, with that Eclipse still going. He'll scepter himself up in the but the call into the Calling Blade. That is going to be a great kill. Really resetting this now for the side of Winstrike. 4 heroes down. They do all have buybacks, but like you say, you are up against a Luna with a Shadow Demon and a Manta Style. She's just going to push down these lanes. If you do not buy back, you put yourself at risk of losing at least one lane of racks.
Yeah, it's so difficult to go high ground there in a 5 versus 5 situation. Like when you, I don't know, Luna sees this DD bot as well. Oh my god. This PA is going to have to buy back here. He doesn't have a choice. Yeah, the Axe says, I don't care how rough my game's been so far. You know, it doesn't matter how farmed you get, PA, because we always have an answer to you. You know, I blink in, blade mail, pop my call, and there's a good chance you're going to kill yourself on it.
Did he just go against backdoor protection?
Possibly.
I guess they do. It's going to be Kodos buying back. He didn't get the split off, and now the skewer onto Silent. Silent in the enemy base where he does not want to be. But these bouncing glaives, it's taking the moon down so darn low. Now Axe jumps in. He's going to be able to find Archangel. There's no Fuse Grip just yet. Pops a Blade Mail now as well. But
good snowball.
They are going to be able to get the buyback onto the PA. And it looks like they might be able to kill off the Bane. Bane will go down, and Dream kills off Silent. Silent does have the buyback available though. Yamich probably doesn't get himself out of this. Always want to fly on the run now as well. It's going to be 3 heroes going down, but you get so many buybacks on the side of Empire. That is, well, it doesn't actually show, but PA, Brewmaster, there was a couple more, right? No, there wasn't.
Just the PA is the biggest one though, because if you can kill the PA again now, there's so much of the Dire's net worth without the PA being up, then pretty much just win the game there and there. And with Iceberg still having his buyback as well, you know, they can afford to make an aggressive play maybe as well. They just really want to save this Luna buyback. Oh, but with the Roche up though,
non-gratis.
PA, the Aegis is risky play.
Yeah, and if you look at the blink range, it's right in the middle of that Roshan pit. He's already set up for this as well. The Shadow Poisons do fly through. Buyback's coming through, but it's going to be the call off the mark. Now he's caught in no man's land. Might be dragged back, but the disruption comes through. This is going to be saving Axe's life. Non-grata, or maybe it's not, because PA dives in, gets the crit kills. And Axe needs to buy back.
This is known as the Chinese Roche fight, by the way. Teams know whoever gets the Aegis basically just wins the game, so you have to go all in for this Roche kill now. You know, it's the Refresher Shard as well. If you give it to anybody on the Dire side, it's going to be huge, especially this Magnus. And if you give it to the Axe, he has the double call available. And you've got the double disruption if you want it on the Shadow Demon, double Hex on the Queen of Pain. You can't give the other side this Aegis, so everybody just has to go all in for this Roche fight.
Yeah, and buyback-wise, it's only the Queen of Pain as well as the Magnus that has them up. There's no egg now as well. Just waiting on the Shadow Demon to have his ultimates back up, but it's going to be up a damn sight quicker than the Supernova. So, are they going to be able to find anything here? It looks like Magnus may drop. He does have the buyback. Nightmare. Saving him a throw now. It's going to be the Eclipse maybe popping through. But Yamich, yeah, they're going to be able to drag him back. They take it down, but the crit's coming through from that RP. Silent, he's close to death. One more dagger, one more right click. Silent, not going to be able to get himself out of this. Winstrike, it's looking like curtains for them.
A great play by the Magnus. He keeps himself alive with the Yule, so he dodges the Axe Call, and just blinks on top of the Luna, RPs her. He says, well, I died, but my job's done here. So the Luna goes down without buyback, and this is just going to secure the Roche for us. Non-grafter, though.
He wants to go in, he's going to get a 3-man, 2-man call, but he's Yule set it up into there, so that blade mail not going to be effective. Iceberg tries to get himself in there as well. The skewer comes through. Non-grafter will be killed off. Queen of Pain down now as well. No buybacks available. This is going to be 5 heroes down on the side of Team Winstrike, and no way to contest Roshan.
PA almost has the Satanic as well, and with the Aegis online, with the Cheese Refresher Shard, no buybacks on the Radiant side, this is looking like the good night for them. Game 1, at least.
In game 1, it is a best of 3, so as much as, you know, this PA is looking scary, there's still a chance to come back. Winstrike, it's not over yet.
You see again though, even though there's only like the Queen of Pain and Axe alive, they have to make the play in the Roche pit, because you can't give them, you know, if they get this Aegis, they're going to win the game anyway, so... Yeah,
just going to go tier 4, GG's going to be called.
Well played though. I think this is one of the closer games I've seen on this patch. It's a really nice game. Lots of, you know, back and forth. You know, both teams making a little bit of for some mistakes trying to